On with my next question, sir. If not financially that sound, how do one go about his or her own setup in this field, and how well does it pay back?
Alright. So, before setup, the first cost in the industry is education itself. Right. So, doing BDS and MDS, that is Bachelor's of Dental Surgery and Master's of Dental Surgery, these are the two options we have. Both of them can be done absolutely for free if you qualify to do them in government institutions. Right? So, if you give an exam, if you get selected, you do these degrees for free. Rather in MDS, you get paid. All the big hospitals, they pay around 40 to 50,000 rupees per month to their residents, which are to the MBA students. So provided you are in that top cream layer who gets selected for these exams, you can very well get paid for doing your education. After that, like I said, you can either join back colleges to teach. So it is financially quite rewarding. The only thing with this option is that after taking 10 years to study, we as medical and dental professionals grow quite impatient. By that, you must any person willing to pursue this field must know that you start earning by the time you are 27 or 28, which is quite late. Given the fact that you'll be comparing yourself every day with your friends in IT and MBA and other professions, right? The other option, like I said, if you do not get selected for these colleges, the government colleges where you are going to pursue your BDS and MDS for free, supposing you have to pay for your seat, BDS will cost you around 10 lakh rupees itself, and doing MDS in a private college through a capitation seat, through a donation seat, so called, which now the government is trying to abolish. But for now, it will cost you anywhere around 40 to 50 lakh rupees. So just doing BDS and MDS itself will set you back by around 50 lakh rupees. That's half a crore. After spending this amount of money, you will study for 9 years, like I said. So, when you ask me, is it rewarding? Well, you have to be the judge of that. It's a long-term plan. Remember, medicine and dentistry are not short-term plans. These are long-term plans. You spend that kind of money, you get settled into practice by the time you're 31, 32. And by the time you hit middle age, you start making money. So for people who already have some kind of reserve and who can afford to spend that amount of money on education and then start scratch, of course it is rewarding. You see dentists everywhere making a lot of money. But what you tend to forget is that they reach this point after slogging out for I would say the warm-up phase lasts for around 10 to 15 years, which is a lot. So that's the problem with both medicine and dentistry right now. Once you reach a fundamental level of achievement, once you have a clinic of your own, once you set up a practice of your own, which itself is quite expensive in the right location, it can be very, very rewarding. Very rewarding.
Okay, so some key points you would like to tell about the BDS course, its importance, duration, good colleges, etc.
Okay. So, the BDS course is for 5 years. In these 5 years, the first 4 years are years in which you have to give exams, annual exams, right? And the 5th year, which is called internship, is when you don't have to give any exams, but you just do patients all year round. Now, BDS course is extremely tough if you want to do it right, obviously. Now, there are around more than 19 to 20 very challenging subjects, and the books are massive. The number of books and the size of books are equally daunting. And colleges, professors, viva voice and doing patients in exams, you have to do patients in front of like really strict examiners. So on the whole, the process is quite a nerve-wracking. I would definitely not say that BDS is easy, number one. MDS is then takes it up 10 levels higher. So doing BDS and MDS are obviously quite hard. They are not easy. So what tips I would give to someone is that one, like I said before in the previous answer, you should know that it's a slow, difficult process. The rewards are big after a few years. There are no instant rewards. There is no instant gratification. There is no placement service that as soon as you finish your 10 years of studies, some clinic is going to come and pick you up and give you a job. There are thousands of dentists out there with a biodata who, once they find a good job or once they establish a good practice, the rewards are good. But number one, the first step is it's slow. Second, it's hard. Like it's long and it's hard and you'll be missing out on all the fun that your friends are having. Number three, overall, it's a fun profession, it's a respected profession, still. So, a lot of people just do it, a lot of people do it just so that they can be called doctors, and then it's not as hard as a medical profession. In terms of working hours, the working hours are quite good, you can work with your choice. Now, to achieve any level of excellence, you need to go to a good college. So, you asked me which are the good institutes. The best institutes are obviously government institutes, right? And what makes them good is basically the number of patients. The first and foremost criteria of judging a dental college is the number of patients that you are going to do. There are some spectacular colleges with the best infrastructure in India, but they are located in offbeat areas. Like to make a massive college right now in Delhi, I would need 7 acres of land, but there is no 7 acres of land in Delhi which will make the project viable. So I will have to go outside it. So when I go to a rural area or a small area where I get large piece of land to make a dental college, there are not many patients there. So the first and foremost criteria is judging is how many patients. So colleges which fare really well are obviously all the government colleges, for which you have to go through the entrance exam. Special mention for Maulana Azhar Delhi. It's a beautiful college. The number of patients is just unbelievable. But then there are 20 seats and there are 2 lakh students giving the exam. Right? Now the other criteria for judging a college is teachers, infrastructure, and that all is quite easy to do. You just talk to any local dentist and they will know, like Manipal is an excellent option because infrastructure is good, the number of patients is average. So you have to look at number of patients and infrastructure both together. So there are more than 300 colleges in India right now. Some are really bad, some are just average, and then there are a lot which are very good. So there's a lot of research that goes into this.
And you have been practicing in this profession since last 2 years. So what has been your experience and contribution to this field?
See, being a dentist is not easy in the sense that most people will come to you with pain. Right? So you deal with, let's say, human misery at a daily level. Right? You have to be a bit of a dentist, bit of a psychologist, bit of a counselor. So that's one thing. Number two is that my experience has been good because I work in a really big institute. My experience has been good because I have a lot of seniors who have my back. I have a lot of seniors who teach me every day. So dentistry as a profession is very, very rewarding and fulfilling as long as you know you're doing the right work. If you're not doing the right job, it bites back immediately. There is no margin of error. If you do a service for a patient and you've not done it right, the patient will come back to you next day with pain. So you don't have that kind of margin for error that today you submit a report or you submit an assignment in a multinational company and the CEO doesn't like your work. You have another day of work, you can rectify that. But with you, if the patient doesn't like your work, he will be in severe pain and you just go to another dentist. So there's a lot at stake with every patient. So my experience has been good since I'm in a big practice with a lot of teachers. For everyone, if I could just sort of summarize, dentistry it takes off slowly. So initially there are a lot of hard times, initially there are a lot of hiccups. Once you get established, the experience becomes super good. So that's how it is.
So with this we come to an end. We come to the conversation with Dr. Anuj Agarwal. Thank you.